morning. My name is Gabe. Happy Friday. I spent years in the trades, and now I track industry changes that actually matter to service business owners like yourself. This is the Trades Brief. So there's no bullshit here. There's no fluff. There's no opinions. It's just what changed in the industries, what's going on, why you should care, how it affects you. 10 minutes or less. Hopefully you're listening to this on the way to a job site. Make some money today. Today is January 23rd, Friday. Here is the update. Bottom line up front, we're covering three things that are quietly reshaping the trades in the background. First, this is a big one. Electrician wages are exploding, driven by data centers and AI infrastructure. I know we're all sick of talking about that, but it's real, and it's already affecting local service businesses. Second on the agenda today is new data confirms skilled trades are now among the highest paying careers in the U.S., but the reality behind those numbers matters just as much as the headline, so huge fear of business. Third, housing demand is slowing while labor shortages are getting worse, a combination that's changing how service businesses need to plan for this year. Taken together, this tells us one thing, that the trades aren't slowing down. They're becoming more competitive, more expensive, more polarized, and probably more needed than ever before. So let's dig in. Here's what changed. Number one on the docket today is electricians. So electricians are being pulled away by these data centers that are going up, and local companies feel it. Electricians working on large-scale data center and AI infrastructure projects are now commanding extraordinary wages. So we're seeing reported rates north of $120 to $130 an hour for experienced electricians on certain commercial and industry projects. That's not hype, that's demand. And here's why it matters to your business. As I'm sure you're already thinking about this, but these projects don't just pay more. They offer longer contracts, predictable schedules, fewer homeowners, right? Which means easier work for them, less dispatch chaos. So when a data center or utility contractor starts hiring, they don't just add jobs. They pull talent out of the local labor pool. I mean, what would an electrician rather do? Work for $40 an hour or $130 an hour? So that means your best techs are going to get a call. Your hiring pipeline is going to get thinner. Wage expectations are going to reset way upward, and retention becomes harder overnight for you. Even if you never work on a data center or aren't near it, this is still important for your business. You don't need to compete dollar for dollar with a data center. That's going to be impossible for you to do. But you do need to compete on structure. So what local electrical businesses should be doing right now in order to prep for this and make sure their business stays intact are these things. Tighten the career paths for your techs. Show the techs where they're going within your business, not just what they're making today and what the opportunity is today. Use retention tools beyond hourly pay, bonuses, profit share, predictable schedules. Raise pricing intentionally. Labor costs are resetting higher, not temporarily spiking. This is a permanent shift. Stop assuming loyalty will beat opportunity. It won't. It never does. So this isn't a future problem. This is already happening today in markets near data center development, and it's going to spread fast even if it's not near you right now. Super important stuff. Number two, skilled trade pay is up, obviously, but the headline misses the reality. So new national data confirms that many of you already feel, like we just talked about, that skilled trades now routinely pay the $50,000 to $70,000 even into the six figures without a college degree. This is beyond the data center stuff we just talked about. Electricians, HVAC techs, plumbers, and specialty trades are all seeing wage growth. So that's the headline, right? But here's the reality underneath it and how it affects you and why you should be paying attention to it. Those wages won't come from the, quote, easy work. They come from really physically demanding jobs, long hours early in a career, high level of responsibility early in a career, and years of skill accumulation over time. And here's the part that business owners really need to hear beyond the headline. As wages rise, expectations rise too. So techs now are going to expect better scheduling, better communication, clear advancement, safer workloads, respect for their time while they're off. All these things is what the new generation are demanding. And it sucks, but you got to keep up or your business is going to struggle. It's not entitlement necessarily for them. It's leverage. They've never had leverage before, and now they have it. So for service business owners, this means if your business model only works when labor is cheap, it's not going to work anymore. So you got to do something about it. And here's what we recommend to do about it. So price for the technician you want, not the one you hope to find. Invest in training. Skilled labor isn't plug and play anymore, and they are begging to be trained. Reduce burnout. Schedule chaos, pushes good techs out, and brings in bad ones. Be honest in recruiting. So when you're having these interviews, oversell that how hard this job is going to be. And then they get a pleasant surprise. The trades are still a phenomenal career, but they reward well-run businesses, not just busy ones. Number 3 on the list today is the housing demand is cooling, but labor shortages are not. I know this kind of seems like it contradicts, but hear me out. At the same time that wages are rising, housing demand is slowing. So pending home sales have dropped. Builders are reporting softer demand in some markets. New construction is cooling in pockets of the country as well. But here's the problem. So the construction industry still needs hundreds of thousands of new workers this year just to keep up with the baseline demand. So we're entering into a strange environment where wages are up, demand is down, we need a lot more people, but we don't have the money. So fewer homes changing hands, more homeowners are staying put, more repairs instead of replacements, fewer workers available to do the work. For service businesses, this creates both pressure and opportunity and confusion. Pressure because customers shop harder now. Budgets are tightening, price sensitivity increase, but so does other things like trust and making sure you're the one to do the job for them. Opportunity, so more maintenance work, more long-term relationships, more recurring service demand, as long as your business is set up correctly. So what wins in this environment? Clear expectations of value to your customer. Maintenance plans and repeat service, if you're in the industries that can use fast response times in both doing the job, answering phone calls, following up with your lead, and trust and professionalism. What loses in this world we're in right now for trades businesses is a race to the bottom pricing, overstaffing without demand discipline, businesses built on constant turnover. Here's a signal to watch, knowing all of that stuff, because this is a lot of conflicting and confusing stuff. Electricians are getting pulled into infrastructure work. Trade wages continue to climb. Housing demand slowing while labor stays scarce. Scarce? Scarce. This combination tells us something super important right now. The trades are no longer just about doing good work. You have to do good work, sure, but they're about running good businesses. So structure is going to beat the hustle of the old days. Retention is going to beat recruiting, and pricing discipline is going to beat your volume, guys. So that's the update for today. If something changes, we'll cover it here. As always, this is the trades brief. I know it's a weird time. Wages are up. Labor is short. It's a time where businesses really have to look at their infrastructure and how they're running and the direction they want to go. There's going to be a lot of shiny objects within commercial work and AI data centers and all this stuff, all the stuff we're sick of hearing about. But it will reward the disciplined business owner that is thinking beyond the next couple of months. So, again, this is the Trades Brief. Thank you for stopping in, and have a great day.